Hello and welcome to episode 11 of the Music Brew, the first episode for December. Thanks for joining me. Season's greetings and happy holidays to everyone listening. I have a special guest joining me today. So today my guest is a New Zealand-based international model, actress, stylist, and entertainment journalist. Having interviewed the directors of Disney film Moana, among others, she is also a singer in her own right, having collaborated with New Zealand artist Connects and Aussie artist Bia, if that's how you say it. When she's not in front of or behind the lens, she's an advocate for mental health and climate change and runs a non-for-profit named the Diamond Langi Foundation. She was the winner of Miss Earth Tonga 2017, as well as a grand achievement of being crowned Miss Universe New Zealand 2019. I welcome to the Music Brew, the multi-talented Diamond Langi. Great to have you on today, Diamond.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for being here. So let's get into it. Firstly, congrats on your Miss Universe New Zealand title. What has it meant to you, and what opportunities has it brought to you as well?
The Miss Universe New Zealand title has always been a goal of mine to participate, not necessarily win, but just to participate in the pageant. And I've always wanted to do it ever since I was young. I set the goal 7 years ago. So I prepped for it, watched it every single year before I actually entered the year that I did.
Mm-hmm.
And the opportunities that have come from it have been different kind of opportunities from different angles. And it's been such a beautiful journey because for me, I love to work with people and help them. That's always been something that I've been passionate about. So to have the platform that I have already known that if it was given to me, I have to give back. You know what I mean? Because even in the position I'm in, I've had people help me. So I can't forget that. So it's been fun,
Definitely. No, and yeah, like I know what you mean. Like we're given certain skills or abilities or opportunities, and yeah, we have to make the most of that. Yeah, we're given qualities by God,
Yes.
So I've watched a few of your travel vlogs, like when you've gone to different countries, and you seem to enjoy filming and traveling. With COVID this year, where have you channeled your creativity towards, since travel is limited, obviously, this year?
Yes. For me, I've been writing a lot. So I have a lot of music that people are going to hear shortly, and I'm really excited about that. When COVID hit, I went into a very creative space, and I'm really grateful, even though it was sad, the things that have happened during COVID.
Yeah.
But for me, it's always learning how to navigate, which is very important in different situations you are put in. And for me, my navigation was to write. So I expressed myself a lot through writing.
Yeah.
And when we did have the chance to travel, I'm starting to look at different places in New Zealand I actually haven't visited, and it's
Okay.
been
Yes.
really nice. Yeah, it's been really nice, and I can actually say I've visited those places because when tourists come, they're like, "Have you been here?" And I'm like, "No." So
Yeah.
yes, so that's how I've handled COVID.
Yeah. No, that's great. And the good thing as well, New Zealand, one of the few countries like Australia that have handled it really well. Thanks to to the PM you guys have. But the other thing I wanted to ask as well, so I read that you were born in New Zealand, you grew up in Utah, and you lived in some time for Australia. Which state did you live in, and what did you learn and enjoy the most about your time living in Australia?
So I stayed in New South Wales in Sydney, and I was based in Narellan. And for those people who are like, "Where's Narellan?" Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going towards Campbelltown area.
Camden, yeah.
So my parents actually still stay there,
All right.
and I can't see them because of it's so if they fly back here, both of them have to pay 3K each.
Yeah,
They
for
have
the
to pay for it.
The hotel, yeah.
Yeah, they could pay for the COVID. So I was like, that is too much.
Yeah.
I wish I can see them, but you know what? Everything's temporary. And I can't wait till the day I come back and visit. I'm missing, but
Yeah.
I've learned to have this appreciation for New Zealand,
Hmm.
especially nature, the food. I've fallen in love with this country, which is so beautiful. It's, each country has something incredible to offer.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Um, so let's get into the music side of things for a moment. So who are some artists, whether in film, fashion, or music, which have helped shape your own style and have influenced you?
Oh, that's a very, very great question. I definitely would have to say, so I'm a very old school. Uh, I grew up listening to Tina Turner because of my parents. So her way really influenced me because it was very fearless. It was just driven, passionate, fiery. Tony Braxton, I absolutely love
Uh,
her. Oh my God. Like,
yeah.
yes, I still listen to her music up today. When she came out to Australia, I actually flew out to Melbourne to watch her concert.
Oh,
Like,
really? Oh, nice.
love Tony. Who else? The Eagles.
The
I
Eagle.
absolutely love them. Shania Twain. Her her album was actually the first album I've ever purchased with on CD.
Yeah.
And the first cassette, this is where we only had cassettes. The first cassette that I purchased was Destiny's Child. So
Like,
it's an influence of different kind of genres and
yeah.
musicians, but all of them have contributed towards how I am, my style, my sense of way. So I'm really, really appreciative. And yeah, that's just music. We can't be talking about fashion and like movies because it's gonna go long and long.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
um,
I'm like, how many minutes do you have, Sebastian?
how old were you when you started singing? Like, did you ever get any formal training or vocal lessons, or did you just kind of pick it up naturally, like you developed your own style?
So I started singing when I was 6 because my father's a musician. He's a drummer
Oh, okay.
and he plays other instruments as well too, and he writes and sings. So he would say, "Oh, come listen to this tune." It's literally so funny. If people watch the Selena movie and Jennifer Lopez is the actress, there's a scene where all the kids go out and play, and then she has to stay inside and practice.
Practice, yeah. Yeah.
That was literally my life growing up. Like my dad's like, you have to learn the key. You
Yeah.
have to learn how to jump in. When is the right time?
Yeah.
So 6, I started singing, and then about the age of 12, my parents took me to start getting training for my voice, how to control it.
Yeah.
And I love it, and I'm so thankful my father introduced me to the whole music world,
Yeah.
you
So,
know?
so you grew up in a musical family.
Yes, I did. I grew up in a very musical family, and
Nice.
thank goodness, because we need music.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Absolutely.
um so do you have any future collaborations like in the pipeline? And have you thought about recording and releasing your own album?
Yes, so I can't say right now because it's a secret. We're going to drop it soon, but
Yeah.
I'm going into the studio tomorrow
Oh, wow.
to record with an artist who is based in America,
Yeah.
and we're just going to work some magic, but definitely for sure, I'm going to be releasing shortly an album of mine. Like,
Oh, okay.
and touch based on that's why I'm so thankful for COVID because so much work was done in that period of time, and I know people are going to see a whole different side of me, so I'm excited.
Can you give any like little hints or anything like that, or it's top secret?
You know what? You'll be the first, and Sebastian, I like your vibe, and I can tell you're good people. I can give a clue.
Yeah.
The clue is The album is gonna be in the fields, or I should say, like the theme is gonna be around light,
Light. Okay. Nice.
light, luminous,
Yeah.
light, that kind of feel. A lot of the vibe is gonna be
Yeah. So
around that.
nice. And that will be dropped next year, the album?
For sure.
Ah,
Not next year. I'm gonna drop them all slowly, but it's gonna be under the an
ah,
album.
cool.
Yes.
No, that's really good, especially since like when you think about light, it's kind of you kind of think about like rebirth and like good energy. So after all this horrible like COVID stuff, when you drop this album, it will be in a new year, a new chapter, new, good and exciting things happening. Yeah.
Yes.
Um, so if you had the opportunity, who would be your dream musician or musicians to collaborate with?
Wow. Okay. I would definitely love to collaborate with Osuna.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
Oh
you
my gosh,
love
I
reggaeton?
love that. Yes, I love reggaeton. Oh my gosh, like that whole vibe is just yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You like Romeo Santos?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Ah yeah, he's got an amazing voice.
Amazing. It's just so beautiful, you know? I'd love to do another song with B Moon, and it's funny. B Moon is actually my best friend,
Yeah.
so I'd love to do another song with her, but something very different, another a whole different ball game that people won't expect for us to do.
Yeah.
I would love to definitely collaborate with Doja Cat. Her vibe is just
Yeah.
like I love it.
Yeah, well, I was just about to, that was my next question. So, excuse me. I saw one of your freestyle videos on YouTube, and I have to say, like, I was really impressed by that. There's so many women on the charts right now, from Doja Cat to Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. I'm curious who are some of your favorite female MCs at the moment, and any New Zealand female MCs that we should keep an eye and ear out for.
Definitely, I love all the women in the game because, as you know, Sebastian, you've been in the industry for quite some time now.
Mhm.
I feel what is so important is to understand there's no competition and actually just support. Like just
Yeah,
support. I've had people ask me, okay, pick one. Is it this artist or this artist? And it's always females, and I'm like, you guys don't do that to men.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So I say both.
yeah,
And they're like, why? And I go, because you know, we live in a society where they try to say for women to compete, but no, like let's support each other. And
yeah,
especially for women, we already have enough struggles as it is, you know?
yeah.
So let's just take that off the list and like let's try to help each other.
100%.
Some art, you know, there's so much phenomenal New Zealand artists,
Yeah,
female artists out here to look out for. And I think it just depends on what your sound is. But what I can suggest for people is whatever music platform you like, uh, go and go and do some research. You know, there's so many people out here, and especially like if you have like Spotify or iTunes, there's
sound.
always like playlists that you can find, and you
Yeah,
will come across it. You know what I mean? But give them a chance, listen to it, and support them, which is very important.
yeah, 100%. Diamond, do you mind? I'm just gonna open the blinds a bit just to get a bit more light. Is that all right?
Oh yeah, D&D.
Maybe a sec.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So where were we? All right. So recently, or more recently, you starred in a short film musical called Impossible, where you played the role of Dr. Angie Pahiva. Congratulations, by the way, on that. How was that experience, and what preparations did you need in the lead up to the shoot?
Big Sebastian. Yes, so I played the lead female actress role, which was Dr. Bohiva.
Ohiva.
And absolutely, you're so right. Sebastian was a musical. My preparation for that was I actually had the opportunity to get an acting coach to coach me for my role
Nice.
because I really had to tap into a very, very vulnerable side to the
Yeah.
character for it to be authentic and, of course, for it to show. Because, when you film things, it doesn't lie, it picks up everything through the eyes.
Yeah.
So, the producer, big shout out to Belinda Lee, got me someone to help me with my preparation for it, and her name is Annabella.
Hmm.
She's honestly like I have to say she's like the Meryl Streep for Polynesian women.
Yeah.
She's just
Very versatile.
so developed in the arts. Like she lives
Yeah.
and breathes art. And I'm so thankful that I actually got her to coach me because she really helped me see things from a different perspective. And it also encouraged me to study acting. So literally after we filmed Impossible, I was encouraged by the producer Belinda Lee to get some training. So after that, took some classes. We literally just finished last week.
Oh yeah.
And I'm so thankful for the journey because it's arts is we're all connected, like
Right.
music, writing,
Yeah.
filming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you grow in different ways that you're like, I didn't even know I can grow in that way.
Yeah.
So that's my preparation that I had to do to be able to give justice to Dr. Angie Bohiba.
And is there like a particular acting technique or method that you've been following or that you've read about?
Absolutely. So my acting coach Dawn was telling me, it's so funny. It's the thing that we all use, but sometimes we don't take notice of it, and that's breathing.
Yeah.
Just breathing. Sometimes people are like, oh, so what do you do? Like, just breathe. And people are like, oh, oh yeah, anyone could just breathe. But I'm like, no, really. Like,
Yeah.
if you take time to like breathe in the space and actually connect with your body, it's gonna communicate with you. Like,
Mm.
especially with acting, like take time to breathe in, take it to the core, feel what you need to feel, and the emotion is gonna come out naturally. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's with everything. Like with music, you gotta breathe to hit a note,
Yeah.
breathe to make sure it sounds the way it's supposed to sound. And even when I was doing Miss Universe, the the main director was saying, if you're gonna cry, breathe. And we're like, breathe. They're like, you just smile, but you breathe through your teeth, and you're not gonna cry.
Yeah.
And you know what? I remember getting teary, and then I breathed through my teeth. I didn't cry at all. So the power in breathing, you know what I mean? When you're nervous, because I get nervous all the time,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just take time, just breathe. And then I feel the true essence of me comes out
Yeah.
instead of me like, hi, yeah. You know,
Yeah. Nah, I know
like
what you
just
mean.
let it go, let it out.
Yeah. Nah, that's great. All right. So let's talk about inspiration for a second. Who are some women in leadership roles that inspire you, either from New Zealand or from around the world?
The biggest one for me has always been Mother Teresa.
Okay.
And I just appreciate her humanitarian work.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a little bit of more of that, especially in this time, is needed,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm.
I don't know why I've always been so fascinated. I think it's because my mother is Catholic, and I grew up learning so much about the religion and appreciation for it, and got introduced to Mother Teresa, and I just thought she was such a phenomenal woman.
Yeah.
to do all the work that she has done and to just give back. And she has definitely for sure inspired me in so many ways.
Yeah. Ah, that's amazing. Yeah, well, yeah, she was like selfless. Like she just gave herself to everyone. Um, and yeah, not just herself. That's why she was remembered and loved by everyone around the world. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Um, so talking about family as well, like which qualities do you feel you inherited from your parents, as well as valuable lessons you learned, which you applied to your everyday life and have helped you succeed as well?
I would have to say I'm a split of my parents. So my goofy, funny, very social butterfly ways comes from my mother.
Yeah,
And people say we kind of sound alike in some ways. So
yeah,
it's hilarious. So my personality in that sense is so my mother. And then my driven, really serious side, like be on time, keep to my word, is my father's side. So it's both mixed in together where it's like I'm funny and goofy with people and I just have a good time. And then I'm like, when it's time to actually do the work, I'm like
yeah,
laser focused. I'm like, let's get it done.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And you don't have to be mean about it. Um, the one the one thing and the best advice I was given from my father, which at a very, very young age, he told me was just be kind. He's like, don't try to act like you're too good for anyone.
yeah,
Just keep we're all like this. And he's like, remember, just keep it like this. So sometimes I just talk to people and people kind of get like they get kind of shocked sometimes. Like they're like, oh, we thought that you're gonna be mean or something. It's so funny. But I'm so thankful my father gave me that advice because it's helped me always keep healthy relationships with people.
yeah, yeah,
And it's always like when I do connect with someone, I feel like I've known them for a long time, or if they need help or I need help, it's always easy to connect it. And I'm like, here you go. Or they're like, here you go, Diamond. And I'm really thankful. And that's why I tell people,
yeah,
just be good. Like, just be good and be kind. It's going to take you a very, very long way. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah. No, I love it. And with kindness as well, like it costs nothing to be kind. Like if you
Absolutely.
give a little bit here or a little bit there, like, you know, it's a little bit of effort on your behalf, but yeah, kindness is free. Yeah.
It is free, people.
Okay. So you're, correct me if I'm wrong, but your Miss Universe New Zealand reign, does it end this month or did it end already?
No, so I actually hold the title until next year.
Ah, until next year. Okay.
Next year, because due to COVID, a lot of the things and responsibilities
Yeah.
that I was supposed to do couldn't happen.
Yeah.
And that's all right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thankful that I got to write instead.
Now that's good that they were able to postpone everything for you. That's good. Well, I
Yeah.
wanted to ask, like, what what are the formalities that are involved with handing over the title, like when that happens next year, and how has the crown and the platform itself helped you in terms of spreading your own message and inspiring other people as well?
So the preparation, of course, leading to the coronation night, there's going to be rehearsal for the girls. Like they're going to be practicing because one of them is going to be crowned Miss New Zealand. So they have to learn how to walk on the stage, get familiar with their gown, their heels. Also, one of the biggest points that people don't realize is the Q&A. So you have a section where you get privately interviewed
Yeah,
with 4 to 5 judges, and then you get asked, it could be any question, but you get asked the question on the night in front of everyone and you get judged from it.
yeah,
So let's just say you're doing such a fantastic job and then they ask you a question that can cost you the title
yeah,
if you don't answer it with confidence,
yeah,
with grace. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So there's a whole lot of preparation towards it, and I know the girls can handle it. They'll be fine. The key is just to stay calm
Mm.
and,
Brave.
stay focused and breathe, and they have it.
Yeah.
And the second part of your question, with the title, it definitely has brought a lot of responsibility, because for me, it's not about the beauty and the glam of it. It's having the understanding that I already knew that if I was going to be given this platform, I really have to work with the community and give back. So
Yeah.
I've been really heavily involved with, of course, my two advocacies, which is climate change and mental health, because suicide rates here in New Zealand is extremely high. We're one of the highest countries in terms of teenage suicide in
Yeah.
the whole world. So for me, I have to step my game up.
Yeah.
It's not just about talking and haha, being funny and cute and looking glamorous. It's actually the behind the scenes work that a lot of people don't get to see. So
Yeah.
yes.
That's true. Like there's so many real issues going on right now. And yeah, like through the the platform and the attention that you're able to have now, yeah, you can do a lot of great things with that. So with the actual Miss Universe itself, what were some of your fondest memories and like a favorite event or country that you visited during that time?
My fondest moment would have to be actually the actual competition, which was based in Atlanta
Yeah.
in the United States, was meeting some of the girls. And, I thought it was going to be really catty because, it's the top of the top women
Yeah.
all in one space. But what I really appreciated about it was the girls were actually not catty. They were just like, okay, I'm focused. I have to do what I have to do. You know what I mean? But not in a way they felt like they had to push women aside. And I really loved the whole experience. And because Atlanta, Georgia is one of my favorite states in America, so I really enjoyed going back, being there for a competition, had such a blast. And one of my favorite countries that I visited with the title has to be Thailand, because we went to shoot our swimwear collection
Yeah.
and photo shoot in Thailand. So I had a good time. And it's always nice going somewhere tropical.
Yeah, definitely. Um, was there like a particular contestant that you bonded with the most, or you like um, build a friendship with, where you're still in touch today?
Yes. So I just reposted a few pictures that she tagged me in on Instagram,
Yeah.
and that is Miss Netherlands. And you know what's so
Okay.
interesting? She's a DJ.
Yeah.
So we connected on the music
On
side,
the side, yeah.
and she travels the world DJing. And
Oh,
and I didn't know this until we started talking. I'm like, you meet people for a reason, and I was so close with her. And she's absolutely so lovely.
nice. That's nice. Um, so we're almost at the end of this one, Diamond. Just a few questions to go, but going back to like your advocacy and the work that you do for suicide awareness, which you mentioned as well. It's been on the rise this year, and it's there are very high rates in New Zealand. Tell me about any campaigns that you've been involved with, either this year or last year, and yeah, like any other organizations or groups that you want to mention, or that you assist with. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of the work that I do is through my charity organization, which is the Diamond Langi Foundation. So 50% of what I make in performing arts, I put it into the charity. And then from there, we donate to different, let's just say, like if schools need help with this, or a third world country needs some money to put a few things together, that's where we send our donation and contributions to.
Yeah.
But I'm so thankful I got to recently just work with an organization called Fashion for Charity. I just shared a video on my social media platforms.
Yeah.
And basically, the charity is going to be bringing a lot of people here in New Zealand who's in the fashion industry. to come together, do a fashion show with the designers and models
Yeah.
and raise money, and it's for mental health.
Oh,
So
cool.
I'm so thankful to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Amazing, genuine people, and they just want to give back to the community. And I can't wait. They're going to be having this fashion show next year, and hence why we had to release the video so people can get familiar,
Yeah.
see what's happening, who's involved with it. So really exciting stuff for next year.
Nice. Now, and I commend you on that as well. Like, not everyone, that percentage you said, like 50% that you put into your foundation. Yeah, like that's amazing, and I commend you on that. So before we finish up, tell us what you have going on at the moment and where we can find you on the socials.
Yay! So what I have going on in the moment, of course, is getting ready for the festive season.
Yeah,
It's almost Christmas, and this year has gone by
too
so
fast,
fast,
too fast. Yeah,
so fast. You know what I mean? But you know what? Thankful for it all, regardless of whatever has happened.
yeah.
Still actually working heavily in the creative space.
Mhm.
So still writing, still collaborating with different artists. And next year, I'm actually preparing now for Jan. I'm going to be studying full time at a performing arts school called the Actors Program, just to develop my craft a little bit more.
Yeah,
And of course, preparing now to release music for next year, which is around the corner.
nice. Where do you find all the time? Like, how do you best manage your time? Like, with your hectic schedule and like all the things that you have a hand in. Like, how do you best manage your time?
I just try my best. I can't say I'm good at managing my time because I have moments, Sebastian, I'm just like, like I'm like I don't even know sometimes how I do it. It's just I I have days where I'm just so exhausted, but
Yeah,
I feel like it's the passion
yeah,
that keeps things going. You know what I mean? Like if I didn't love it, I'm like, what am I doing? But I think what's important is find a time that works for you, but honestly, what is fundamental is also take time to take care of yourself because, as you know, Sebastian, us creatives, like, you know how it is, we can get so caught up that we become drained
mm,
and we don't perform at our best. So, if you need to take a day out, do it. You're not going to lose anything. You're not going to be behind. Social media, your friends, everyone's going to still be there. But take time out for yourself to take care of yourself because you are important.
yeah.
And to find me on social media, my at is Diamond Langi. So yes, connect with me, follow me, write me, whatever you want to do.
Nice, nice. And like, in terms of unwinding, like, what are some of the things you enjoy, or how do you kind of reset? Like, do you enjoy hiking, or is it through listening to music that kind of like gets you ready for another day? Like, what are some
Mhm.
kind of things that you do?
I think the biggest thing for me is just unplugging from everything. So no phone. I try my best not even to even look at it.
Mm,
Just relax. Actually, I don't even listen to music. I just like to hear the birds outside,
yeah,
like be around nature. And I like to be alone, like just appreciate my own space, my own breathing,
yeah.
and just take time out. You know what? Even though I'm scared of the water, I know you're like, how? But I'm scared of the ocean because it's beautiful, but it's also intimidating in its own
Yeah,
beautiful way.
yeah.
But I remember last year, this was actually at Coogee. I
Okay.
remember just being like, I went into the water and then I just floated, and I remember the water covering my ears. It was the best time of my life. I didn't hear anything. I was just relaxed,
Yeah,
floating in the water, and I so enjoyed that.
yeah. Nice. Was that because I saw like some video, what was the name? You did like a segment. Was it Fresh TV that you were at Bondi or Coogee Beach? Was that a couple of years ago or
That was
recently?
a couple years ago, yes.
Okay, nice.
So give it a try, Sebastian. I don't know if you like water, but give it a try. Go float in the ocean.
Great, great.
And then you go back. I drowned, Diamond. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No, I love the ocean. 'Cause I actually grew up like near, like down the road from the beach. So
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
But the thing that worries me, especially here in Australia, the sharks. That's the only thing.
Can
Yeah,
you imagine? You're just floating and then like you see a shark like circling you. You're like, this is why I don't listen to Diamond anymore.
yeah. Just the last thing, just to close this out, Diamond. What are some of your words of encouragement or advice to young listeners, and those just working towards building their own dreams? Like, yeah, what words of advice or what words of wisdom do you have?
My words of wisdom, I definitely would have to say is live life. And
Mm,
when I mean by live life, I mean live life actually present. I know sometimes we like to be on our phones,
yeah,
but honestly, like I touched based on earlier, it's always going to be there. Like turn it off for a couple hours. Actually just enjoy. Don't even snap your food, snap your girls, snap being out, or snap being with your boys. Like just turn it off and actually be present because I think what's very important more than ever is human connection.
yeah, 100%.
And I definitely recommend that for everyone. Enjoy, live life.
Yeah. No, definitely. Not just human connection, but connection with nature as well. Like when I go out for walks, I don't like I don't listen to music. I don't have my phone in my hand, anything like that, because I just want to take in everything. Like you were saying,
Right.
the sounds outside, like the birds, whatever, the sound of the river, if because I have a river just going around here. So I try and absorb everything.
Oh,
And then when I get home, then maybe I can connect again. But yeah.
that's
And
awesome, Sebastian.
mm, so yeah, I know what you're trying to say. But
Yeah.
yeah, thank you so much, Diamond, for joining me. It was an absolute pleasure having you on the podcast today. I wish you every bit of success and all the best for your journey in 2021. And I'm looking forward to the album that you're gonna drop soon.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sebastian, for having me. I'm so thankful. And you know what? I wish you all the success. I can tell you have a good heart. So I know it's going to flourish and it's going to move in towards a positive direction. So I'm also excited for you.
Thanks so much, Darren. I really appreciate your time. And yeah, like let me know of any other upcoming music projects you have. And yeah, keep in touch.
Yes, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy your night. Have a good one.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Diamond. Have a nice night.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.